Hi everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone or from wherever you'll be watching. Now, I'm making this video because I needed to pass some information across and to whoever it may concern, whoever that want to listen or who want to argue. And this is particularly with the country of my origin, Nigeria, and some knows very well what I'm talking about. Some that knows what I'm talking about will still choose to ignore it because of whatever it is that they are benefiting from. But now let me point out this thing, or let me say this anyway. Nigeria is a country that should not supposed to be a one country, but for whatever reason it became a country that would have worked together because Nigeria has more than 450 ethnic groups and different languages. Forget about these 200 and something languages and whatever it is. Because Nigeria has more than 400 and something local governments that are not functioning. But let's leave that one. That's not what I came here to talk about. Now, what I came here to talk about is being this tribalism. Tribalism has metamorphosed in Nigeria to a dangerous level. And this is not something that started today or just yesterday. This is something that has been going on for over 60, 50, 60, 70 something years. Now, Nigeria has politicians that don't care about the well-being of the citizen, unless if you're one way attached or connected to one, a politician, whichever means. Now, we have a religion called Islam. Islam, as people know already, is a religion that does not want to integrate but wants to dominate. Especially when they find themselves in power. Once they find themselves in power, their modus operandi changes. Many people have witnessed it, many countries have witnessed it. Now, Nigeria, as I'm talking to you, they are planning seriously to Islamize Nigeria, but I don't know how that will work. Hence, they now go into killing of Christians, murdering them, chasing them. If you preach and a Muslim repents, once a Muslim repents, so continuing with what I was saying, once you preach to a Muslim and the Muslim repents, you that did the preaching will be targeted. Especially if you don't have an army of bodyguards that will be going with you wherever you are going. You are a threat. They can chase you, follow you for years. Now, they don't care because most of the nonsense they do, they get government backing. And that's why it's easy for them to travel out of the country to target anyone that they need to target. They get sponsors. They are sponsored heavily, this Islamic extremist group. Now, in the area of Nigeria, because their agenda is not forthcoming like they plan, they have resorted into kidnapping, killing. They can chase anyone around Nigeria. It's not just in the north. Now, what we are seeing in the north is because most Christians in the north, they feel that they are not protected. So they kill them, they murder them. People, government officials will come to either TV or social media or newspaper and cover it up. Because whatever government say, everybody will believe, which is a lie. Now, let me read. There's an article here. There's an article here that says, it says here, obviously it's a Muslim that wrote it. So Abdul Karim, whatever, how the names sound. Now listen. It says, for as long as Christians will not accept Islam, we will continue to kill them, we will continue to follow them, we will continue to attack them wherever they go. And our main plan and purpose is to make sure that Nigeria is Islamized. Now, other rubbish that he wrote here. But the truth of the matter is that it will not happen. That's just the truth. But let me leave it, because at the end of the day, you find out that this government has refused to step up and speak against religious intolerance and conflict. Why? Because the president is a Muslim, the vice is a Muslim, the national security advisor is a Muslim, the what again of whatever is a Muslim. Now, how do you expect Christians to be protected? Recently, although it has been happening, but recently one of their cleric opened his mouth and said the rubbish he said about Muslim ticket, and that he's not regretting the rubbish he poured out from his mouth. And believe me, there will be no repercussion of that. But if a Christian says something, the government will begin to follow the person up, which I know that one day all this rubbish will end. Because if Christians start their own, there will be no country like Nigeria. Now, all these threats and all these things you are seeing made some preachers to run for their life. Some of them run to Europe or US, anywhere they feel they will be safe, to stay and then plan themselves. They run for asylum. Some of them, even the countries they went to, they were still pursued there. Especially if you run to any African country, they will chase you there because they have direct access. Any African country you run to, is easy for them to locate you and still find, no matter how many years or time it will take them, so long as you are still alive. Now, listen. Now, many people knows what I'm talking about, because you see, Nigeria has become a country that, a country of particular concern. I think it's a Canadian court that designated Nigeria APC a terrorist organization, if my information's, if I'm correct, because I think I saw that article somewhere. But then APC party currently has become, in fact, the only thing, look at the plan of election that is coming, the way they dole out money, bring out money and give people in front of camera. They are not hiding it. Buying votes. Now, in Nigeria, anything can be done except good infrastructure. Good infrastructure is banned in Nigeria. And even if they want to start, they will only start it, but it will never be completed. Even when they complete it, it will never be maintained. Because they know very well that Nigeria is no more a country. So any politician that gets into power or finds themselves in that office will do everything to make sure they fill their pocket, not with naira, but with foreign currencies, so that should anything happen, it will be easy for them to run or go. So what am I talking about? It's not that people don't want to live in Nigeria, but are you staying in Nigeria where you're not safe? Anyone that you see that is in Nigeria is either benefiting something, or they are not seeing the person as a threat, or the person, for whatever reason, is trying as much as they can to hide from what is happening. And most of them that could not stay find their way out. So most people that you see that are out of Nigeria seeking asylum in many countries are not doing so because of any economic issue. No, because in Nigeria you can make money, you can do businesses, you can make money easily. But what is the essence of making the money and you will not relax and enjoy that money? You drive a good car, you're in trouble. You move around, you're in trouble. You preach, you're in trouble. You do whatever. You speak against the government, you are in trouble. Unlike developed countries like Europe or US and so on and so forth. So what am I talking about? Nigeria needs a good government. A good government. Nigeria needs someone that will come in and sanitize the political system of Nigeria. The political system of Nigeria totally need total overhauling. I saw one video posted by someone and I shared it on my Facebook wall where a white guy was speaking about I think it's an American speaking about the political system in Nigeria and how they share money and how they use money to buy votes. And it's funny that many countries are beginning to see Nigeria exactly how politicians are keep demarketing Nigeria and destroying it in international communities. One of my friends, very rich, took his family, left Nigeria, said he doesn't know what will happen in the next election. Took his family, his relative, left. I'm not gonna say the country where he went to because he's an influential guy and he's rich, So he needs to protect himself and his family. Yeah, money is not everything. It's only someone who is alive that will be talking about money or doing business. Someone that is not alive will no more talk about all those things. So we need a total overhauling of Nigerian political system. Believe it or not, those that will still defend this government or defend APC, they will still be doing it. But many of them are not telling themselves the truth. But because if they say the truth, they are dead. That's why they cannot. In a country where a party or a government is protecting one particular religion against other religion, what do you call that? What do you call that? And this religion will be terrorizing people. Terrorizing people everywhere.